New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island Circuit in Abu Dhabi. The Melbourne Circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Perez, Sainz and Devon Butler, Weber, Magnussen, Lando Norris and Grosjean, Raikkonen, Red, George Russell and Alexander Albon, Stroll and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Man, they threw some of those custom driver names in there last second, didn't they? That was funny. Good stuff. Good stuff.
We've qualified above where we expected to be, so try your best to hold on to this position in the race.
It looks like this is a 29-lap race. We are doing 50% length races. It is a one-stopper going from the soft to the medium. There is also the strategy of going from soft to the hard. That is a slightly slower projected time, but a less risky strategy, as you will not be running the tires down as far. I'm going to go for the high tire management projected path for today and try to get a good feel for what that's going to be like. I put a little bit more fuel on board because I don't have a good idea of what the fuel management is going to be like. Looks like a sunny race today. Looking forward to that. I've heard that if you don't do the outlap thing, then you don't get proper tire heat and you'll have a terrible start. We're going to put that to the test today, and if it is a problem, we'll change that for next week in Bahrain. That's enough jibber jabber. Let's start the race by hitting the right button, not F1. All right. Tires are at 90 degrees. That doesn't seem so bad. It got away okay. I was a little timid, not knowing exactly what it was going to be like. Parking lot into this first chicane, as always, in Australia. Should be another parking lot down here as well. Most certainly is. Let's try and slot behind Kimi, that would be lovely. Spun the tires to do it, but we got there. Butler in trouble. Curious if we're gonna hear from them again. Now that it seems like it pushes them into your first season. Oh, we got a lucky break there. I got a car next to me. Yeah, I definitely collided with them. Wasn't certainly intentional. Lucky break to not lose any bits of wing. They were all gaggled together. This is intense. There's so much more finesse. So much more goes into driving the car that it's kind of a shame that I don't think it will really relate to what you're seeing, especially since there's no way to show you my pedal inputs. But it feels like a completely different experience to me. Certainly makes the doing commentary live part of it even more a struggle. I deeply appreciate the fact that I do that. I don't think everyone realizes just how that's a bit of grass. Just how challenging that is. I've done races silent where I was like sick and stuff like that. Feels like a walk in the park now. It's almost boring. Trying to catch back up to Kimi here before DRS gets enabled. Grosjean's pretty much all over us. I wish I could tell you how much he's all over us. This car has no mirrors. At least not for me. I just had to let him go there. How there's no virtual side mirrors, I'll never know. Like, they must realize this is a problem.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
And it's a problem for some cars and not others. Some cars have the mirrors in a normal position. Some of them have them way out like this one does. But there's no way of knowing until you've selected a team, basically.
Some information on Stroll. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Alright. Stroll, racing point driver this season. One of the pink cars. I don't know where they are in the field. Spun tires there. Now I got Russell behind me. I feel like I should be able to hold off a Williams. I get the feeling they probably buffed the Williams versus real life, because it's just not any fun if you pick that team and it's as slow as it really is. No one would want to drive that. You'd be a lap down all the time. They do a pretty good job of, you know, getting the field where they should be. But you gotta take an audible on some of the stuff. Not an easy car to see DRS engagement. He does it with his left hand. And it's behind the wheel, so you don't get any visual indication that it's on. Or, well, you see that it's available, the green lights, but you don't see that it's on. Obviously, that's not an issue in real life because of, you know, mirrors. I think we're running an okay pace right now. As much as I'd like to be right behind Kimi. Boy, that's my Achilles heel this track. Deep breath. Longer races too. I gotta get back into the groove running these 50% races rather than those silly 25% ones I was running in the end of 2018. 50%'s a nice mix. The race strategy plays out a bit more like a real Grand Prix, but it's not so long that I end up A, losing my voice, and B, the field doesn't get terribly strung out. I think it's a good place for this series. Well, I'm way down on battery power, huh? Another thing I've got to keep in mind, the car's not upgraded, so it doesn't have huge energy store stuff. A little greedy with the grass right there. I just felt these two were slipping away from me. Trying to step it up a bit. That was a nice exit. Field's kind of separating out in its own little battles, and this has been the name of the game in Real F1 2019. Not much of a battle up front, but in the mid-pack, just some really intense and heated battles. Should make our first season of this career really interesting. And there's certain tracks where this car works really well, like lower downforce tracks.
Grosjean, they have some kind of mechanical problem.
You say this as he's trying to pass my teammate, but he had to give up. He ain't giving up the spot.
It seems they fixed whatever the problem was.
Oh.
Coming back up to speed.
Interesting. That's a message we never really got, or never ever got in the last game.
Caution.
What's the caution for?
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car.
Wow.
Reduce
Alright.
speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Some information on Hulkenberg. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I think that was Hulkenberg right there. Is this going to change our pit strategy? We're going to try and short pit to hards for the rest of the race? Or anything?
VSC ending, we're going
Oh,
green.
nope.
Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
That was a very short VSC, so I don't think that's going to change much of anything.
Okay, clear.
There we go. That was a quick one. This car seemed like it was in a pretty easy to get place. So that was a position too. That was the car that was in front of us. I don't think we get DRS just yet. Ah, a little breathing room. Feels like Grosjean's maybe still got an issue. Russell gets around him. Boy, I just screwed that all up. As I was switching energy modes. It was a wise move to dive to the inside. Because if you get out in the grass to the left side of the track there, pretty much certainty that you're going to eat wall. I think these tires are starting to get a little displeased as well. It's hard enough to get used to driving, you know, with the extra layer of finesse on good tires. We haven't really even seen what it's like once the tires start to wear in and wear out. Wear over. Wear through? One or all of those words was right. I honestly think it was all. Yep. That's what I suspected. Oh, those tire temps are hot too. We gotta chill a bit. Short shifted here.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Okay, you were a little bit late on that message, to be honest. Must say, a little bit late. Here I'm short shifting it, trying to keep power out of those rear tires. Try and bring the temps down. It's working. We're down into the set 90s now. And it's certainly getting happier. And the lap time has come up, even though I've backed off the pace. The lap time's actually improving. Boy, that was all you can get through there. Like an all-you-can-eat buffet. I can't express how much of a waste of money an all-you-eat buffet is for me. I can't eat very much. Oh, we got pitters already. Wow. That seems early.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
I guess we are approaching the pit window, so not terribly early. cars definitely come around to be a little bit
They're
more
speeding up
comfortable.
again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
Who, what now? Who's speeding up? Did you guys catch that? Who was slow this time? I didn't hear about anybody or see anybody. Oh, you can see a lot of that. A lot of dancing out of the turns. That's a bit much. That's a bit too much dancing. I'd like to see a tiny bit less dancing. JCav's added me to his friends list. I feel so honored. I also have not turned off notifications. Oh, teammates in the pits already. Wow.
Kimmy is in the pits. Kimmy in the pits.
I guess they all went for the less tire saving strategy. I'm a bit jealous at the moment, as these tires are not happy. Hey, look everybody, it's Vettel. Don't get used to seeing him this season, unless we do some massive car upgrades. Much in the same way that they make Williams not as slow as they really are, they make Ferrari and Mercedes, almost said McLaren, not as fast as they really are. So they don't properly display that huge gap in the field, I think. Front lock up there. Tires are definitely getting unhappy. We still got another lap to go, I think. Vettel's just leaving us on those new tires. So we went to hards or mediums. More cars on pit road. Out comes Bottas.
We want to pit this lap, so push now.
I'm sorry. Out comes Bottas on softs? Are they pitting twice? And if they're pitting twice, it might be really good news for us. Assuming I don't screw this up. That's weird. They didn't even offer or recommend us a two-stop strategy. But I suppose the front half of the field had to start on qualifying tires, and they just didn't have enough tire wear distance to do worn softs to hards. I mean, these laps have been slow for me. I've been losing a second or so a lap, I think. But still, if we only one stop versus two stopping,
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the
that could
speed
be
limit line as you approach, and make sure
really
you don't speed.
good news for us. I mean, I settled into a groove with it once it scared me enough. Whew, scary even getting on pit road. Okay, a time to relax, reflect, think about everything that's happened in our lives up till this point. Think about that
Complete, go now.
2.468 second pit stop. Think about being in 16th place
Complete.
and coming out right in front of cars.
Towards the end now.
Yikes. Tires better come up quick. Not too bad. They're not quite ready to go yet. Apparently by here they're ready. Yeah, there we go. Now they're up to snuff. I don't know how this is going to play out strategy-wise. P16's not a bad day for us, really. But I think there's more in it if people are going to be stopping again. Just a matter of, can I save these tires enough to make it work? I think it's going to be pretty critical I don't slide the car around too much. It's also critical I stay in front of cars around me that are on mediums here, because they're probably going the full distance. But anybody I see on softs right now will be pitting again. I hear Stroll pitting, so yeah, we're P15. That's not too bad. Not where I'd like to be, but could be worse. Yeah, see, we got Butler in front of us on the soft tire. That seems strange. Butler's the one we wanted to punch, right? He's the nemesis. Curious to see if that continues on through your F1 career, or if they just disappear. It's cool that they're here, like... It's cool that they take seats. I'm surprised it's 3. I'm surprised they give up 3 real F1 drivers in your first year. Curious if they have a chosen path. Like, do they always end up in the same cars for everybody? Like, what's he in, a Toro Rosso? Guess it depends on what the player chooses. This is our quickest lap. Not by much, but it was. A little bit sideways there. So we get signs in front of us on hard tires. It's interesting. He'll be in better shape at the end of the race, but might be a touch slower than us right now. Turn is a problem for me. Kind of in a no man's land right now. Frick. Well, that was a silly mistake, but we got away with it. Luckily I didn't slide the tires too much. Watch them here, they're marbly and dirty. Not seeing a lot of marble buildup on the track. That's not as much of an issue these days as it used to be in F1. I would still expect by lap 14 to see some marbling onto the groove. That might be a graphic setting I don't have high enough. Easy cone. A lot of mental strain for this. I usually walk out of these races with a little bit of a blister on my thumb and just a little bit of a headache. There's just so much to manage. And so many moments where it feels like the car is about to get out of control. Had my fair share of those already. I'm trying not to overdrive. So like I said, Sainz is going to have a lot more car left at the end of this race than we are.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Sorry, where was the yellow? That block, though. See, that's the kind of stuff I gotta watch. George Russell out of the session. That's one of the cars that was behind us. I got Grosjean behind me catching on softs. I need to not worry about him at all, because he has to pit again. There's no way those softs would make it to the end. And I think he started on softs. You gotta use 2 compounds in these races. Doesn't matter which 2, I don't think, but you gotta use 2. Big fan of that change away from the super ultra soft, medium, super hard stuff. That's a bit too much grass. Trying to keep the car out of dirty air. There's not enough track to do it. Here we go. Wow. What a defense. That was insane. I think our cars have really leveled out now, tire wear wise. Oh, interesting. He got DRS? Nobody got DRS. He didn't get it and I didn't get it. What? What's up with that? Yeah, he didn't get it and I didn't get it. Weird. Alright, this is where I gotta have a lot of restraint, because I can burn these tires off right now, trying to race him too much. I need to wait for just a very open opportunity for that to happen, if at all. What we don't want to do is lose overall time if there is cars that are going to pit again in front of us. Please wait. What are we please waiting for? Why does it say please wait at the top left? Are they telling me not to pass? Please wait. Has that been there the whole time? Please wait. With enough patience, eventually you can see into the position. And there we go. Like I said, we're just waiting for the opportunity for it to be obvious that we were going to get the position, instead of pushing the car, trying to make that position happen. It wasn't holding us up too much. If at all, really. See if we build a gap. So far, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, nice run. That protects us from DRS, and now he's got other cars to deal with. Good news for us. Teammates in the pits. So we're gonna be a pretty long ways ahead of him. Here we go. That's probably all of the two stoppers there. Currently P9, so this fight with Sainz is going to be really important. I think it's going to get interesting towards the end of the race, where his tires have life left in them and mine are going to be at their wits' end. And I've been trying to be nice to it, but there's only so much you can do. It's a pretty good run. I'm building a gap to him, which is good. It's very interesting that the other cars are only going to put 10 laps on the mediums, and we're going to put like 15 to 16, I think. That's a lot of pressure on my shoulders as far as tire management goes. I don't know what they saw that 2 softs was going to be quicker. Oh, we got another one. Well, not quite. I lost quite a bit of time there because I had to let him in. All that gap I had built, gone. Look at the shiny tires. Another cool addition to this year's game. I don't know what happened there, but the car got really uncomfortable feeling for a bit. I think it's just Magnussen coming out in front of me got me off a line. A little flustered. And I am running that thing through there. That is on the ragged edge. A lot of revs too. First race of the season, all brand new parts. Might as well run it hard as you can. Struggling with the front end of the car right now. Which honestly is certainly easier to deal with. Costs you just as much time. You gotta lift mid-turn. Get to rotate. That was a really good section through there. Sure, that's a word. And there goes our top 10. And it wasn't even on the throttle, it was on the brakes. Can we hold signs? No. Frick. I think that's part of the price of running the ragged edge for a full race like that. Trying to manage the car and no tire wear. I'm pushing the thing really hard, but also trying to maintain tire wear. Not easy. See, that slide's got it real unhappy now too. Oh. They haven't warned me about tire wear or anything. So it might just be in my head. It certainly doesn't feel happy. This turn has bitten me many a time over the years. Nothing new there. Signs just lock him up right there? I think he did. Is that my former teammate behind me, my F2 teammate? I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. They throw all these names at you for 3 races and you're supposed to remember them. Up those curves. I think he's got newer tires. I think he's one of the ones that pit twice. Yikes. Seems like the curbs are really what get it upset. This feels like deja vu. Not like the drift kind yet. That was a lot of blocking. A lot of blocking. I think I'm the one that paid the most price out of it. I put a lot of heat in those rear tires. Jeez, come on. Come on. You're killing everybody behind you. His moves are so late. I guess my moves are too late. Not catching him off guard enough. It's killing my tires though. Another good run. This might be our last chance here. Not giving it up. Not gonna happen.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Must be about 5 laps of race remaining then. I'm getting down there on ERS. I gotta hold off the DRS advances here. It's getting dark. It's supposed to be an afternoon race. Late afternoon race. Not spin the tires there. Please wait. Not this turn again. The best news for us, if it takes Weber a long time to get around signs. Are you aware how weird it is to say Weber? Could they have not picked a different name? Oh, Gasly gets around. Okay, that's going to be interesting, because that Red Bull is much quicker than us. And he'll have much newer tires than us. Oh, easy. I'm getting nervous. Nervous makes mistakes. Oh, look at him go. That car is fast. That's probably going to be the end of our point, but a heck of a hard-fought race so far.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I have him on low voice prompts. He's still giving me too much information. His tires are just so much newer than ours. This car's got a little bit more power than ours, I feel. Or maybe not power, but straightaway speed. Not yet. Gotta nail this exit. Let's hold the inside here. He didn't quite get it. He got it into the curb, and I think it kicked sideways on him. I certainly crowded him out, but I never... And here he goes. I mean, this is an impossible feat to try and hold him off, basically. Oh, then he locked him up and took my front wing off. Oh, no.
Right, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us
What
little
a
bit of time,
bastard.
but we're nearly at the end of the race.
What a bastard. He made the move so late that he couldn't get the brakes on hard enough. Locked them up right in front of us. There's just nowhere I could go. What a bastard. As if the car wasn't hard enough to drive yet.
Okay, keep an eye on our tyre condition here, and I don't think we can rely on them much longer.
Can't rely on you much longer. Man, that's too bad. I think I might have been able to hold with him in DRS. But not with his front downforce gone. Really tough right there. Car's basically turned into a skateboard on me. 2 laps of this. Let's see how many positions we can hold on to, basically.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Well, I'm glad I put a little bit more in. Alright, big thunderstorm in real life. Adding to the drama. Power, don't go out. I can't do this race again. My body will just keel over. It hasn't hurt the car so much. It's in the brakes that it really feels bad, man. Wasn't too good right there either. I'm really holding this crew behind me up. I don't think I had any place trying to hold off Gasly. Maybe that was my mistake. I should have just let him go. I'll let the car double shift there. And here goes Webber. He does not lock up the brakes. Professional driver right there. Can make a pass without holding somebody up and taking their wing off. Max Verstappen wins the race. Wow. Did not see that one coming. Really hoping to keep in his draft, even his DRS. Drove it down into there. Oh, I got DRS, nice. P12 would be an amazing result, although P11 for a Williams is a even more amazing result, to be honest. DRS again. All right, one race down. Showing your intentions.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
I didn't really see any rubber out there. Whew.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win.
That's quite a thing.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Not bad. A new reason.
Fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them.
Oh,
They do so much for the sport that you can't help
Max
but be
Hamilton
delighted
Leclerc.
by today's
Wow.
race win.
that's unlikely. Copyright infringement.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings.
Ah,
Max
P12.
Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack, but it's the driver's job to capitalise on those opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
It's
Well-
time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the
Oh.
next one.
Come on. Why do you have to put us last? Oh, man. I was looking for a minute there, like we might sneak ourselves a point in our first race. Little upset with that move. View highlights. Oh my. Have they done it? Have they done it? Codemasters. Is this a race highlight reel? Please wait, by the way. This is the start. Pretty lame start for me, really. Wasn't terribly impressed with that. This is... Oh, that big kerfuffle. I remember this, yeah. Kimi locks him up. Just barely snuck through there. I don't know if we had any big... I don't remember any big on-track passes. I'm sure we had some, but I don't remember them. Oh, this is amazing. Codemasters, you listened. You listened to one of my requests. Oh, I think because I clicked grass there, it was like, highlight. What's this gonna be? Down to the inside. No, couldn't do it. Oh, cut off. I didn't realize that. I cut him off, took it right into his front wing. Lock up for me. Right before the pit stops. Yeah. So far, these highlights haven't been perfect, but it's better than nothing. I think that pit strategy was really smart. I wish I had gone for the soft to hard. I think that would have worked much better for me. Slow motion turn. They better include the hit on Gasly. Fancy cameras. Is there a way to hide? Yeah, have to. I guess it's saying we're passing cars on pit road. Oh yeah, here we go. He gets in front of us. Then he locks them up. Oh, slid right in front of me. Oh, that's the worst. That's just the worst. Oh yeah, it took the whole right end plate off of it. Lucky to hold as many positions as we did, I think. Whew. Well, that's fantastic news. Thank you so much for that, Codemasters. Race director, any incidents of note? A warning for me. Oh yeah, for that early collision with Raikkonen. Also mechanical failure. Verstappen, a collision with Vettel. Bottas, a collision with Hamilton. Hulkenberg, a mechanical failure. Weber, a collision with Sainz. Interesting. Cool stuff. All right. I think we got an interview to get through.
Let's have your
Early
thoughts.
beginnings.
There wasn't much between you and Lucas by the finish today.
Lucas Weber. He has a great car and a team behind him, but so do I. Yeah, sportsmanship.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Power advantage, aero advantage. I think the car needs more than anything chassis help. So I'm gonna say nimble and light.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
Great car and a great team.
You had a bit of contact today. Who was at fault there?
We're both great drivers. Sometimes these things happen. Not me. No, we'll say this.
Appreciate your time.
I appreciate your camera. Okay, all right. So there's still a little bit of business left to tend to. We do, I think, outpace Kimi here for the rivalry stuff. We're pretty much tied. Okay, whatever. Points. Hey, Alpha's happy. Most everybody's happy. Nice, that's much easier to track. Okay.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
Thank
Looks
you.
like one of your rivals is also going to an upcoming historical event. If you choose to take him on, it might help get your name out there a bit.
Oh, they've added that into the rivalry thing, huh? I don't like these, though. They're not very fun. Oh. Kimmy's attending. Yeah, well, I mean, we have one of our drivers going. Whatever. Let's go to the more important things. Okay, so we have the second worst car to start the season with. We got 1,900 points. Here is the tech tree. It looks like they've hidden the tech tree a lot more this time around. So I think chassis is where I want to start to look at. So we got a 1-week upgrade to get us started. We of course have these, which I don't personally buy very much. Central under tray is a weight reduction upgrade. It's a 480 point thing. Let's go ahead and get that started. Looks like we can get started all the way around, huh? We'll start with... these are major upgrades. Rear downforce to front downforce. I feel like the car is already really balanced. And more front downforce is only going to help. So I'm going to go with front down... I bet your rear has more DRS stuff. Yeah, let's start with the rear. For Baku. And then that's probably all the points we have. General durability. Oh, it's 500. Crap. Well, I guess we'll start that next time. Alright, that does it for our first weekend here in Formula 1 2019. I do hope you enjoy... Wait, first in F1, not F2. Anyway, that does it for this weekend. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.